and medical clinics in and around the metro area. Walker Medical Linen Services in Kansas City and online at walkermls.com.
Saints, Chiefs.
5-yard line in New Orleans. First and goal for Kansas City. Mahomes in the gun. There's the snap. The handoff going to Hunt over the guard. The 5 on the hash mark. He goes in for a Kansas City touchdown. A run of 5 yards for the former Chief, and back with Kansas City, Kareem Hunt takes it in. The Chiefs cash in on the Derek Carr interception and have an early lead with 6.5 to go in the first quarter. Second down 9, Carr in the gun, spreads Kamara, 5 wide, Kansas City 43. Shotgun snap, here comes the rush off the left side. Carr winds up, long pass down the middle, arching spiral, over the shoulder catch, goal line, touchdown, Saints, Shaheed. What a throw by Carr, 43-yard strike, right down the middle, and the Saints back in business halfway through the second quarter. Here we go, second down and goal. Mahomes in the gun, the 2 in New Orleans. Pirine in motion. There's the shotgun snap, the fake handoff, the quick throw at the goal line. It's deflected and it's intercepted on the play by Saunders. He runs the big man, the 10, near sideline 20, on the near sideline 30. Got a blocking from behind. The former Chief is taken down. The Saints big man got it on the ricochet at the goal line on a pass intended for Smith-Schuster. That was a thick pick. That was a thick pick. Carr again walks under center. Second down goal. Ball at the Kansas City 6. In the backfield, he's got Kamara. Receiver sent in motion. Carr gets the snap, spins left, fakes the handoff, gets the block from the fullback, throws a pass into the end zone over the shoulder, catch, touchdown. Near side, Foster Moreau. Morrow has just caught a 6-yard touchdown pass from Derek Carr, and the Saints come to within 3 seconds into the fourth quarter at Arrowhead. Mahomes is in the gun, has 3 players in front of him. It's going to be a direct snap to Kelsey. Got the snap, hands off to Worthy, runs over the right tackle, touchdown Kansas City. The Chiefs have just gone up on the New Orleans Saints 22-13. And a touchdown run by Worthy, his second of the season. 3 yards over the right tackle on some trickery in a very odd-looking formation for the Chiefs. Shotgun snap, the 48, a line drive throw to the near sideline, dropped by Olave on the near sideline at the 30 of the Chiefs, and the Chiefs will get it on downs. That'll do it. They can sit on the ball. This one's over. The Chiefs are going to 5-0.
Yeah, so these guys, you get tired of me saying it, but they don't flinch on all that stuff. They just, the next guy up and he goes. And so I'm proud of them for that. There's an attitude in the locker room. But those guys, it has to start with that group there. And they just know that they trust the next guy's going to come in and do a good job. So it's more of a positive thinking than a negative thinking where you try to find all the warts. They're not doing that with these guys.
It's not going to be a lot of relaxation. It's going to be, one, I'm going to work on my own stuff. I have stuff I need to work out, and then I'll be home with my kids. So that's going to be a lot of running around in itself. And then hopefully get to go to at least one of the Royals games during this bye week. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're not going anywhere like exotic or crazy, but it'll be good to kind of get some family time.
The Kansas City Royals.
Here comes the third pitch. And that's a called strike 3, a fastball. And Garcia walks back, a little smile on the face of Rodon. The next one, swing and a miss, a fastball right by him at 98. Here comes the 12th pitch of the first. That's a swing and a miss, and Carlos Rodon. What a start here at Yankee Stadium for the lefty. He strikes out Garcia, Witt Jr., and Pasquantino. This one on a line. Witt cannot handle it. It gets by him. Torres is waved. Witt picks it up, throws home. Not in time. Giancarlo Stanton sent a knuckleball out to short. It short-hopped Witt went about 15 feet behind him. Torres was waved in, and the Yankees have a 1-0 lead. Rodon 2-1. This ball smoked left field. Going back, looking up. Verdugo, forget it. Salvador Perez, who hit 27 during the regular season, absolutely annihilates a slider. And just like that, the Royals and Salvador have tied it at 1.
I like to be happy.
Gurriel dances. Rodon fires. This one is into right field. It's going to get down. It sends Judge back. That easily scores Gurriel. And that is the experience of Tommy Pham as he takes a 2-strike pitch on a slider and goes into right center. And the Royals have scored 2 and lead it 2-1. 3-2. And this one is in between third and short. That's going to bring Pham in. Verdugo's throw is not nearly in time. And how about Garrett Hampson, the 9-hole hitter with a single and an RBI, which likely will end Rodon's night, and the Yankees find themselves behind the Royals 3-1. His first pitch sent into right field. Soto is going to come up, throw it. Here comes the throw home, and it is cut off. And now in a rundown, Garcia. And Volpe will run him down and tag him, but the run will score another run for the Royals. Stanton hard on the ground. Witt dives to his right, to second for 1. Oh, that's a double play started by Bobby Witt Jr. and stunning the Yankees in the crowd. First pitch, a roller to Witt. He has it. He fires, and the Royals will take game 2 by a final score of 4-2. This series is now tied 1 game apiece, like all the others.
Pretty good, you know. Every time we do something to help my team to win, feel amazing, you know. It's an exciting game. We're in postseason, you know, and you just get excited a little bit too much.
Yeah, it's enormous. You cannot put a number on what he does out there for us in every aspect, whether that's, you know, in the clubhouse, on the field, you know, clearly as a player. But yeah, he's got a great feel for the game. He understands the moment. He understands when he needs to say something, when he doesn't need to say something. He and I have grown our relationship tremendously. It's a real joy to be around him on an everyday basis.
Yeah, the boys are playing some ball.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is New Day with SSJ on Sports Radio 810 WHB. It's Tuesday, October 8, 2024. What a night in Kansas City. What a night for Kansas City. I was in the press box and in the locker room covering the Chiefs' 26-13 victory over the Saints on Monday Night Football, while we watched the Royals win 4-2 at Yankee Stadium. And now the Royals get games 3 and 4 at Kauffman Stadium against the New York Yankees. Let's go!
Yeah, how about that? The boys are playing some ball, huh?
Oh, what an unbelievable night. Goosebumps and chills when the Arrowhead crowd started to chant, "Let's go Royals." No thanks to whoever was in charge of the Arrowhead scoreboard, they gave one update when the Royals had taken a 3-1 lead, and then when it went final, there was all these moments where, okay, they're gonna put it up on the jumbotron and everyone's gonna go crazy. And I don't know if somebody said, "Oh, we're not distracting the crowd," or we're not gonna. They refused to put the final score up. And Lebo was getting mad. I was getting mad. I was like, "Don't rob us of this." Everyone, you could see people spreading the word, spreading the news, because we all have these things called cell phones now. But I wanted to hear that roar of the crowd. I wanted that score to go final. Patrick Mahomes wanted that score to go final. And to whoever made that decision to not post the final score, I know you don't care that you irritated me and Lebo. You irritated Patrick Mahomes the second.
Shame on you.
Because Patrick Mahomes, after the game, said that he was looking up for a final score, and he thought, oh no, they haven't updated it. The Yankees came back. So you made Patrick Mahomes mad, and I got a pretty good idea whose decision that was not to put up the score. We'll just leave that alone. But wake up knowing you made Patrick Mahomes mad. How you like them apples? Put the score up. I wanted to hear the crowd in unison go crazy. They didn't do it, but enough people figured it out. Then on the intelligent, wonderful fans of Kansas City took it upon themselves to start chanting "Let's go Royals," because they knew you weren't gonna. Did you think you were gonna keep them from that information? Patrick wanted it updated. He was afraid. He thought, oh no, they're not updating the score because the Yankees came back. No. Someone just made a silly decision, whatever, but that's fine. That's fine. No suit can prevent what happened last night. The Royals won. The Chiefs won. It was a wonderful night in Kansas City. The weather was great. Monday Night Football was great. It was, look, man, I've been doing this for 26 years. I've been blessed to be a part of some great nights in Kansas City sports history over the past 2.5 decades. Last night is right up there. Nothing will ever match the top two nights, which would be, being at the first Chiefs 49ers Super Bowl and covering that and being there on the field after the Chiefs win the championship and being on stage when the Royals won the 2015 World Series. Be real hard to ever top those, right? But last night was so special and it was so exciting, and I don't know how everyone else dealt with it. I've already texted Todd. I want to try to get Todd to call in. He was in harass mode last night because he knew that my emotions were all over the place. It was very difficult. I did not know how I was going to handle it. The night started wonderfully. We got there early to Arrowhead. I pulled in there. I was in my parking spot, I think, around 3:30. I was good to go. Like Chapel Roan, I was hot to go for Monday Night Football and ALDS Game 2. I stopped by my good friend Andy from Andy's Frozen Custard and his tailgate. I made Lebo go with me, and Lebo's like, I got to get in there. Will you just sit down and enjoy what Andy from Andy's Frozen Custard is going to give us? And he gave us a delicious bowl of gumbo. And Lebo had the most delightful bowl of gumbo he's ever had, he said. And so the night started right. We went inside, and how about the Chiefs? How about that crew put together a wonderful menu of gumbo and of rice and catfish bites and all. It was good. You know what? Well done. It was a very festive atmosphere up there. And then we lock in, man. We were up there we were up there way too early. But then we lock in, and pretty soon the Royals game is on. And so the Chiefs were warming up. Okay. All right, I got this. We got Lebo's iPad, and if you're wondering, no TVs when you're sitting in the press box. When you look up, they were all on, Monday Night Football stuff. And so, but then if you went into the area where you eat, back there in the main foyer of the press box, they had the Royals game on. So you could go back there and watch it. I'm surprised someone came down there, turn this off, whoever decided not to give the final score, Oh, let me tell you something. When we talked, Lebo was so pissed off they didn't put the final score. Way angrier than I was. And I was like, should we be mad about this? I think we should. And then when I heard Patrick Mahomes,
right.
He goes, oh man, I thought the Yankees came back, and that's why they weren't putting the final score up. I'm like, yeah, that's right, Patrick Mahomes. You know what? Don't get it twisted. That's his franchise.
Right.
That's Patrick Mahomes' franchise. You do what he likes. You do what he wants. And that's what he wanted, and he didn't do it. Anyway, I digress.
The Royals are kind of his franchise, too.
Yeah. And so then the Chiefs game starts. That was, that was hard, man. I know people were, trying split screens and watching at a bar maybe with two screens. You got two TVs at home, whatever. But I'm, I've got Lebo's iPad right here, and then I've got the field right here, and so many times things were happening at the same time, and I'm just like a cat. Someone's got a ball of yarn, and someone's got something waving for them. And look over here, look over there. And I'm trying, and then I'm getting. Really, there was never. The only times I would get frustrated during the Chiefs game is when they would have to settle for a field goal. And obviously the interception by Colin Saunders because of but actually what was kind of funny, I like Colin Saunders, and to see him, and even Mahomes after the game was like, if someone had to intercept me, I'm glad it was him, because and he talked about how good, what a great teammate he was.
And Western Illinois gets the mention.
But I mean, when he got that, he was hauling ass.
He was, man. He was moving.
That's the definition of, you ever wonder he was hauling ass.
That's what that phrase means.
When you look at this guy run, that made me happy. He's running. It didn't make me happy at the time,
right?
Like what had happened. I got super frustrated then, because if they score that touchdown, I kind of feel like the game's over. But then it's like almost every week there's a point where they can put the game away, and for whatever reason they don't do it, and then we end up in this close game, but they still win. But they just won't put the game away. But they ended up putting the game away. But at that point, you're like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah.
You're just letting it. What's going on right now?
Brought the Saints right back into the game.
And so that brought on a level of frustration. But obviously, there were far more tense moments in the Royals game. There were good moments when they were scoring runs, and like when Salvi hit that home run. Oh man, I'm surprised that I wasn't bleeding from my mouth, that I was biting my tongue, because I just, you can't cheer, you can't do anything. Like Salvi hit the home run, I'm like,
I like to be happy.
I want to scream Salvi or do like, oh, you couldn't, can't do nothing, can't say nothing.
I heard you screaming through Twitter.
Right, I tweeted, right.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
You wanted to slap Todd right in the back of the head, didn't you?
Can't do it. Can't do it. And I had Pete Sweeney next to me, and who I'm sure that he never wants to sit next to me during the game.
Can't do it.
But we had other things we're rooting for as well.
Can't do it.
And then Lebo on the other side of me, and then Paige was next to Lebo. And so, I was amongst friends, but then Lebo kept poking at me. And then Lebo, listen to what he was doing. We were watching the Chiefs game and watching the Royals game on his iPad, and he finds out that he's a little bit behind, and he's got his phone, and then then he started like, I'm watching it, and he'd say, oh, don't worry, he's going to get hit. And I said, dude, stop now. Stop. I said, you're going to piss me off.
Oh, that's a cardinal sin.
He did that like 4 times until finally. You guys have known me enough where you know, like, now it's not. Now
This
I'm not.
isn't funny
Now I'm
anymore.
not having fun.
Yeah.
Now I looked at him and I said, dude, stop. And he gets kind of, then I think it struck him that he doesn't want to do this anymore. Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Did
he lie to you at all, or did he?
No, he was telling me I don't want that.
Yeah.
I want to see it play out.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
That would have been taking it to a different level if he was like,
Right?
strikeout.
No, but I want to see it play out.
100%.
He did it 4 or 5 times, and he got his giggles.
Yep.
I said, now stop. Now that's it. No more.
You've had your fun.
No more. And so that was a thorn in my side. But
Was that during the rally, the big rally that they had?
That was a couple. There was some big moments in there. Yeah. And so, but that's fine. And so, you're watching the game, and then just like there were moments, a few moments when there was some downtime, and you're just like thinking, God, I'm watching the Chiefs on Monday Night Football, and at the same time, the Royals are playing the Yankees, and if the Royals can get this win, that means they're going to get 2 games at Kauffman Stadium, and I bought tickets for both of them before they beat the damn Orioles. That's a gamble. It can really pay off. Let's go. So excited. And, I mean, there were some frustrating moments. And there were some moments like I like every time Bobby Wood Jr. would come up, I go, you know what? He's due now. Now here we go. I can't believe he's an over. I can't believe that he hasn't come through in several situations with runners on. Watch, he's gonna hit a home run or something now. He had the one where it was just fouled by a few feet that would have been a double, but that was really it. Like, Vinny struggled, but Vinny got a hold of a couple last night. He had that line drive with runners on. He had a couple, that he was just out in front of, but he was at least getting a hold and putting a charge in a couple of them, right? Bobby really wasn't even doing that. He was having he was like flailing. I'm like,
chasing bad pitches.
What's going on?
Yeah.
And that was super frustrating. But he made up for he had one defensive play that didn't go his way, but then a marvelous double play. But, really with nothing from Bobby Witt Jr. and Vinny Pasquantino offensively, they went out there and got the split in Yankee Stadium.
Thank you, my friend.
And very well could have won 2 games.
Oh yeah.
If you look at it as a whole of the 2 games, like the Royals are every bit as good and maybe better than the Yankees. That's what you take away from.
Yeah.
Look at this Royal bullpen. Look at this. Look at this hidden gem they got, this Garrett Hampson. Boy, this Garrett Hampson can hit. He can come through in clutch situations. Like, I don't know what's going on. And so, we got a good lineup of guests between former Royals reliever Jaime Bluma, former Chiefs wide receiver Mark Bowrichter, former Royals catcher Mike McFarland, Jeff Chadilla from NFL.com and NFL Network. We're going to go over the Cincinnati Bengals game with a fine-tooth comb.
That is awesome.
Grab his thoughts on that, They'll be like 1-7. Jeff, are they in trouble yet? No.
How are you doing?
Fine.
How are y'all doing?
And so, and we have post-game. I chatted with Nick Bolton and Brian Cook and had a fun conversation with Trey Smith about sweets.
Ooh. Dulces.
The loudest, most bellowing laugh I've ever received from a player during an interview from Trey Smith when we were talking about how he doesn't want to get fat during the bye week. And I asked him what his biggest temptation was, and he said sweets, and he goes, ho, 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 like it was great, and I was laughing too. Like, I don't know why we were just two fat guys laughing. I mean, I'm way, he's athletic. I'm not going to be. He's
a big guy. He's thick. Not
but
fat, thick.
But we were laughing. No, we were talking. We were. It was fat humor.
Yeah. I get it.
We were lamenting the fact that these calories attack us at all times. Like the rest of I think the rest of me we're just walking away.
He used hash.
Right.
That's
what I thought of.
Marijuana,
Yeah. And you have done the same.
I have done the same.
Sweet.
Could you pass an NFL drug test today?
No.
So you still smoke marijuana?
Mm-hmm.
Anything worse than that?
Worse?
Yeah.
What do you mean by worse?
More addictive, more dangerous, conceivably?
Sometimes I have sweets.
Sweets.
Sugar?
Trey Smith, his number one temptation during the bye week is going to be sweets. And then
you got sweet tooth.
And then I want you to hear his laugh, and I'm laughing, and he's laughing, Other people just walk away like these guys are just in their own little world. Yeah, maybe we are.
I told him Lucifer is going to be there staring him in the eye. So
maybe we are in our own little world.
Well, he's in his own little world as a blocker. That dude is a freaking beast. My gosh, he's amazing.
So we get all this. So then Jeff Chadillo will be on the show. We're going to try to talk to Lebo because that was a very unique situation we were in that press.
You guys didn't have the volume on the Royals game with the iPad, so you didn't have to listen to Bob Costas crying all the way through the game about the Royals winning.
No, hey, everyone's in love with Bob Costas and Joe Buck. I'm not. So.
He was my hero growing up, but boy, that was rough. Yeah. That was rough to watch.
What was he?
No, you said that double play that you talked about with Bobby Wood Jr. Play. He sounds like somebody shot his dog or something. I mean, he sounds openly depressed. Oh, there they get two. I mean, you're like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Well, too bad.
Yep.
I did rub elbows with Joe Buck and Troy Aikman outside the locker room. I took a picture of a haggard Troy Aikman after the game. But I got nothing. I'm just standing in line waiting to get in the locker room. I got nothing better to do.
So you strike up a conversation with Joe?
No.
Making his way out.
Nice. That's a nice suit. I like that suit,
nice
though.
Suit. Yeah.
I thought Jake would like that. Like, oh, look, this Troy Aikman. I don't know. What a night.
What a night.
What a wonderful
night. What a night. And, dude, watching it on TV, when the Let's Go Royals chant broke out,
that was great.
You could hear it clear as day on the television. My wife was upstairs watching, and my son and I were down in the basement watching, and she shouted, "Are they chanting Let's Go Royals?" I'm like, yeah. Royals just won. They clearly. I assume they put it up on the video board.
One time they put a score up, and it was 3-1.
Okay.
And then that was it.
Yeah.
And I imagine someone, don't you put that up there again.
Carl Peterson run in and yell at him or something? I mean, like, what?
Use your imagination of who you think it might have been. Because I can use mine. Whatever. It's
well, everybody found out.
Let's take a break. What a text.
Uh-oh.
What a text. Todd Lebo with the glorious words, I'm up. That text with, I'm up. Lebo is up. Lebo is up. We'll take a break. We have Bluma. We're going to force Lebo to call in to ask why he harassed me throughout these games. But it was a wonderful night for Kansas City. Chiefs win. Royals win. Kansas City wins. Back after this on Sports Radio 810 WHB.
I'm going back to Kansas City.
Welcome back to New Day with SSJ. We got Jaime Bluma in studio. What's up, Bluma? How you doing?
I'm good.
Get that tailgate ready.
Fired up. Oh yeah, meeting up with Mr. Frank Shemeka this morning to pick up some goodies for the tailgate. Now Wednesday and Thursday. I had to double my order late.
Double that order.
Yes.
You know what? Shemeka's Italian sausage can handle it.
Oh no.
Another guy that can handle a double order is Todd Lebo. Hello, Todd.
Good morning.
And Todd, I ask you one question.
I'm just glad you're awake.
Hey.
And alive.
Who made you money last night?
You made me money. Right. DraftKings pick 6, legal in Missouri. Stephen St. John gave us 6 of them. We hit it. Beautiful.
I picked all 6.
And it was done with the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Easy. We weren't biting fingernails.
Good morning. Good morning it is.
So
and listen, as impressed with that was our good friend Pete Sweeney from Arrowhead Pride had a 9-leg parlay.
Yeah.
A deformed spider hit. And it was done. I mean, they had to wait for the Chiefs to be final, but yeah, we had a good string right there in our little group. And the Royals won, and we talked Stephen through it like someone with a person on a bad LSD trip. We just guided him through the journey. It was good.
Okay, how would you describe the atmosphere? First of all, and back me up on this. How pissed off were you when they didn't put the final score up there on the video board?
I was just disappointed. I'm like, what are you doing?
What's that all about?
I mean, the fans obviously knew because you could hear them chanting on TV too, I'm sure, when the final out happened. It happened a couple times in the first half when they took the lead. You could hear the chants going up because people were obviously watching the game around. And then you heard it when the game was final. But they never put the score on the board at the end, and unless it was the very end after the game was over. I mean, the Chiefs game was over. They put it up at 3-1 at one point.
That was it.
And that was the only time they put it up. It's just weird. I didn't get it. But
so, how would you describe the experience? Well, I mean, that's fine. You were sitting next to me.
I'm telling you
what.
What? This guy cursed and praised everything within 2 seconds. I'm not going to say something. I'm not going to say some of the things he said about this Bobby Witt, who he pretends to love.
I was mad.
He's had a rough game. Okay, wait a second. You chastised us because we sent some negative text messages in game 1. I was airing a couple grievances. You're like, hey, act like you've been there before. It's the playoffs.
Yeah,
stop
this
freaking
guy
out.
had never been there. He
exactly right.
Been there last night.
Yeah, I think I was cursing when he pulled Waka, and he's like, hey.
I was mad when they ran into that out early in the game.
Early.
Sending the guy home.
That was like that's like a response to.
But it was an overwhelming sense of negativity from so many guys. Like, what are you guys?
And those, but these probably matter because those are texts that you have to thoughtfully send out. These are just the things that came out of his mouth.
Yeah. This stream of consciousness. I'm just saying stuff, man. I'm just saying things.
You have a couple of seconds before you text it. This is just what he says.
Right.
And I don't even know what he thinks because there's still a nanosecond between what you think and what you say.
Sounds like there was a nanosecond between what you saw and what he saw.
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun.
No,
he was up and down and up.
No, it was not fun when you were spoiling plays.
Yeah,
for
you
me.
can't do that. That's
was all.
poor.
And I quit doing it after a while.
After a while, you shouldn't. That's poor. That's poor.
But I also can't help myself. My wife gets so mad.
See,
I can't
do that.
So then, at the very end, I went to the bathroom, so I saw the final out because they did have it on the TV in the press box. There was clearly a pitch ahead of even the app. And the app was 2 pitches ahead. And Blair Kirchhoff behind us somehow, he was seeing something faster than us. We started hearing scuttlebutt back on row 2 behind us. Someone got hit. It was a wild way to watch the game. But it was a lot of fun because what a great night. They both won. And now Steven is going to both games as a fan. So he was talking when it was 1-0, and actually when there was 2 guys on, he goes, I guess I get my refund on Thursday night's tickets. I said, it's the first inning, though.
Right.
See, I got tickets for Thursday. I don't have them for Wednesday, so I really needed a win last night.
So I told him when the game's over, I'm glad you hit that pick 6 so you pay for the tickets on Thursday.
Do you remember when I wanted to put Lucas Sursagan in the 4th inning?
Yeah, he was ready. He says, "Is this for Ursig?" I said, "Don't say that. Couturier will do it. He likes those leverage situations." But we really thought he was going to pitch 2 innings. But I mean, how good was Chris Bubich? Oh
my guy!
I was demanding an APB put out on Daniel Lynch.
Where
if he was in New York?
In New York, where is this guy? He was putting APBs out on Bobby and Vinny.
Right. Oh, you know what, though? Vinny got a hold of a couple.
Yeah.
Like that one line drive. But man.
It's crazy how little Judge and Witt have done so far.
But Bobby's going to come home and get right.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Aaron
And he's still
Judge-
making plays in the field.
Yeah.
Aaron Judge has an infield hit. I think it's what he has.
And he's
big
struck
feet.
out in big moments. Like Judge has come up with guys on base in early situations and struck
what about
out.
The stat they dropped last night. His strikeout percentage is the highest of any player ever
postseason
in postseason history.
Do you remember?
Over 40%.
Let's see if Lebo remembers. When did I get most pissed off about the Yankees and what they were doing in that game?
Well, I just remember you don't like their fans.
Well, that's I said some.
Not that part where they all live at home in their basement.
Well, hey,
They don't have basements.
the Carlos Rodon when he was
shaking his junk.
In the game. Oh my God!
I was like, I go this
Take a breath, bro.
oh.
It's the first inning.
And then Salvi homered
You're right,
off him right
and when
after
he
that.
homered,
Oh,
and he Salvi
Flapping the wings.
I couldn't love Salvi more after he hit that home run.
Salvi.
Who ran Carlos Rodon out of the game? Garrett Hampson. I mean, come on, settle down, bro. This guy.
Thank you, my friend.
He's just. I wanted. Oh,
See, but that's the thing is you can't celebrate these things too early. I told Steven this. I came dangerously close a couple of times to sending a smart-ass text message to our thread with Dieter on it about Judge.
No. We don't talk to Dieter.
And well, but my thing is like because he's been terrible so far.
Don't poke the bear.
And as soon as I do, he's gonna go hit a 3-run home run or
By the
something.
way,
So I'm like, I'm not sending that text.
Lebo, I didn't tell you because this was after we parted ways. Guess who I had a little chat with after the game, after the press conferences? Patrick.
Oh, what'd you say?
Well, we talked about Gary Dieter.
Friends?
Let's just put it this way. Confirm Patrick Mahomes listens to the show, so we're good.
He I didn't ask him on the phone.
Does he think you're too hard on Gary?
No,
Is that what he said?
No. He made a special request for me. So you'll enjoy this, Jake. I'll tell you I'm gonna you know.
There were a couple questions up there because it's like, this is off week. These guys are going to the airport right now. A lot of them are going home. They're going to vacation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You do. And Patrick on the podium last night was like, Brittany really wants to kind of go on a trip, but I want to go to some games.
He's going to this next game.
Yeah.
We got to recreate that picture we had from opening day with me, you, Dieter, and Mahomes.
I don't know if that's happening.
Dieter,
He's
Dieter
get Mahomes out to the tailgate.
Todd, thank you for calling in. Go and you gonna go rest some more, or what are you gonna do?
I'll be in there at some point here.
Come on in.
It's trash day. I got to get the trash together. I got a lot of things to do around the house.
Hey, eggs would be appreciated.
Ooh.
Well,
how do you want them?
I'll give
Sorry.
you a 20. Come on.
Can't hear you. Sorry.
Thank you, Todd. Bye.
Bye.
We'll take a break. Todd Lebo, my partner in crime last night. Man, all kidding aside, we had a blast last night covering that game and watching the Royals. It was awesome.
Hey, it's Lebo.
Best part about all this stuff is who you're with when you're watching these things. You know?
I don't know if Pete Sweeney would give that same answer today.
I'll bet you had the time of his life.
I don't know. We'll take a break. Back after this on WHB. Welcome back to New Day with SSJ. We've got locker room sound from Trey Smith, Nick Bolton, and Brian Cook we can play. We've got some post games from the Royals, Jake.
Salvi.
You just
Matt
tell me
Pugh.
what. Salvi?
You got Salvi, you got Quatrero, you got little Tommy Pham with ESPN Radio.
Yes, 7 o'clock hour. Let's just start sprinkling in some sound every segment, and we'll kind of go back and forth the way I was going back and forth between the Chiefs and the Royals. Trey Smith, Tommy Pham, Nick Bolton, and Salvi next hour. How about that? I just previewed this. Now you're going to do it.
We get it done.
You like that?
I do.
Jaime Bluma, I don't know if you remember this, but you were a reliever. And so I know you appreciate this bullpen. After Cole Reagans gets his way through 87 pitches in 4 innings, I will tell you, I'll tell you when I'm wrong. I will tell you that one of the times I was complaining to Todd was when I saw Angel Zerpa come into the game.
Yeah, we had a big discussion whether Reagans was going to come back out or not. I said, have somebody ready. Have him come back out. His stuff was pretty good. His command obviously was not. Home plate umpires this series have been frustrating. I don't know how many times I threw something.
Dude.
It's been frustrating.
Yesterday was bad.
Oh, my God, man. So I thought he would come back out and have somebody ready because his stuff was good enough that he needed a couple quick outs at any point. Obviously, walking the first 2 guys in the first inning, pitch count gets up there, but man, you look up and you see that he threw 4 innings and still navigated through all that and only gave up 1 run.
Right.
I'm probably running him back out there, having somebody ready if somebody gets on, and then you pull the plug. So
Zerpa got the job done. He pitches an inning. Schreiber, who's been very, very good. Remember, that was a trade in the offseason where J.J. Piccolo and the Royals acquired Schreiber from the Boston Red Sox. Bubic offers up 2 innings, gives up 2 hits, strikes out 2. And then Ursig made it interesting, gave up the home run, gave up the hit, and you're thinking, oh, my God. Now, with 1 swing of the bat, they could tie it, but he got through it. And again, I still maintain he was the best acquisition at the trade deadline in Major League Baseball. He has been phenomenal, but this bullpen has been excellent.
it's unbelievable with what we went through in those 2 7-game losing streaks and how, I mean, here, myself, you, just about, man, what are we going to do? I know we can make it because of our starting pitching in postseason, and then to everybody just start to settling into their roles. I mean, that's what we kind of talked about all year is maybe this thing starts to gel a little bit when everybody knows where they're going to be pitching. I know it took a little bit longer to work that out, but, man, the way Zerpa threw the ball early in the season, was excited about him, and then he went through a rough stretch and got sent down. We didn't even have Bubic at the start of the season. He was still coming off Tommy John. Schreiber was kind of our only known quantity of the guys that we have that are still down there. And then to go out and get Ursig, I mean, it just has fallen into place even better than I think we could have expected. Zerpa seems like his stuff's ticked up since he's come back from the minor leagues, man. He's up to 98 and really being aggressive.
And they haven't even used Lynch yet. And Lynch, since he's come
I need an APB
ERA.
on Lynch.
Yeah,
well, that's what, when it was Zerpa coming in for Reagans last night, I thought it would maybe be Lynch if they were going to bring somebody because he could go multiple innings, And to see that they use Bubic for multiple innings, I talk about all the time when I'm sitting watching games with guys like, man, when a guy has a quick inning, why not run him back out there? Especially based on matchups and all that. Obviously, that matters a ton. But to see them send him back out there, because when Zerpa came up in the 5th and then Schreiber through the 6th, I'm like, we still got 9 outs to go. This isn't like Bubic is going to come in and throw the 8th, and we're going to go to Ursig in the 9th. Who's going to get those other 3 outs? And it was Bubic to go ahead and go 2 innings. And, man, he threw great, aggressive again.
Only 22 pitches for 2 innings.
Man, it just the walks get so frustrating, especially with what happened in Game 1. I mean, we walked to 8, and Vinny and Bobby go 0 for 10, we're not going to win many of those games against anybody when we do that, much less the Yankees in the playoffs. So the fact that we were as close as we were, and then we walked the first two guys of this game, I'm like, oh my God. And then the umpire just no consistency at all.
It was bad.
If you're gonna give a little bit off the plate or give a little bit low, so be it, but be consistent with it. And I don't know how many times I threw things during the game, but
it was difficult to keep my composure, but I did. And last night, once again, the Royals beat the Yankees 4-2 to even this ALDS series, 1 game apiece. Game 3 will be tomorrow night at Kauffman Stadium, and the Chiefs remain undefeated. They'll enter the bye week 5-0 after taking care of the New Orleans Saints 26-13. We'll be right back after this with more on Sports Radio 810 WHB.
New Day with SSJ is presented by Walker Medical Linen Services, locally owned and operated. HLAC certified to the highest medical laundry standards. Walker has partnerships with hospitals, surgery centers, and medical clinics in and around the metro area. Walker Medical Linen Services in Kansas City and online at walkermls.com.
Rodon 2-1. This ball smoked left field. Going back, looking up for Dugo. Forget it. Salvador Perez, who hit 27 during the regular season, absolutely annihilates a slider. And just like that, the Royals and Salvador have tied it at 1.
I get Jaime on the first, but I get, a 50-50. That's what I said before the game. I think he tried to do his job, tried to do my job. So I think he leave pitch up in the middle, and I hit it pretty good.
Yeah, we got performances from multiple people tonight that, you're hoping come up big. Hampson had good at-bats. We already talked about Michael's, Tommy's big hit, Salvy's homer. So it doesn't have to be from the same guys all the time. That's what makes a good team, that you're not relying on one or two people.
Just give it away.
Welcome back to New Day with SSJ. Stephen St. John, Nate Bukaty, Jake Gutierrez, Jaime Bluma. All right, so let's we're going to go back and forth, Bluma. It's Royals and Chiefs, just like last night. Can you handle it?
Oh, absolutely.
You love it, don't you?
You were watching both games, right?
I was when it was. We had the sound on the Royals, which was good, and then
Was it?
Well, it was. Of course, it was.
I just.
Were you able to fight through Bob Costas' disappointment?
Well, a couple things. I mean, so having met, I can't even remember the other guy that was the play-by-play guy last night, Costas and
Ron Darling.
So Darling was just here in Kansas City, and we all met him. He was one of our class of 2024 inductees into the College Baseball Hall of Fame. And as I talked about it earlier in the year, like he had, 25 of his Yale teammates were there from where he pitched in college, and it was awesome, and he was great.
Wait a minute, why was Dennis Quaid on the sideline last night?
Yeah, he was. So I saw that on the pregame, him coming through the tunnel on TV, like Dennis Quaid and the kicker for the Saints with the Royals jersey on that's from Sedalia.
Yeah, that was great.
He
He had a Brett jersey on.
Yes, he did. He had a Royal. So anyway, Dennis Quaid. Man, not only did he not mention, a little bit about Kansas City and haven't been here and get inducted or anything like that, or I think it took him 7 innings to even mention that the Chiefs were playing at the same time. Like, in addition to all of the things, of course,
both sides were trying to
against,
pretend the other
they
one
were
happened.
against everything Royals. And Bob Costas is an icon, and I like Bob Costas, and I normally like Ron Darling, but I will put them in the Pat Murphy category now that I don't like either one of them.
Ron was no Darling last night.
He was not.
They
were just Costas, it was just so pro New York. Like
hit the short. Witt gets the force. Can they turn 2? Yes, they can, and it's just the point we were making. It's not Giancarlo's fault. A near base hit. Couldn't beat it out at the other end. Turns into a double play.
Damn it.
We could focus on the
double play. Oh, damn it.
I mean, it's
the diving stop to his right and the quick throw to second to turn the second.
Can't these Yankees catch a break?
Not Stanton's fault.
I mean,
it's not your fault, Giancarlo.
It's just that there's a better player on the other team.
Kind of is your fault. You didn't get it past him. It's kind of your fault.
Bob Costas was my favorite broadcaster as a kid. I love Bob Costas. Met him a couple times. Got his autograph. All fired up about it. But And he's a big Yankees fan. Mickey Mantle's like his favorite player of all time. I believe he carried a Mickey Mantle card around in his wallet his whole life. It's all great, but it's
That's
like
an awesome story.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Tell me more
Well,
about his love for the Yankees. Well, it plays well here in KC.
My point is, like you sound depressed that Bobby Witt Jr. just made a great play. Like that's not supposed to be how it goes.
Well, and a couple times on some of those missed pitches or something like that, there was like 15 seconds of just dead silence. Not like, hey, this umpire's been inconsistent or nothing. Just nothing.
This isn't what's supposed to happen.
Like, what is happening?
Oh man, I loved how they were showing George going crazy in the after Salvi hit the home run.
Fantastic.
This whole thing's been an opportunity for me to show the video of my kids of him, throwing haymakers at Craig Nettles and all those things.
I love it when they showed the replay of Hal taking them out at second base and all the old school. And I mean, what a series. I'm excited. I'm so excited about tomorrow and a home game for the first time in 9 years. It's going to be electric out there. We'll get out there. I wish we could get out there at 10 o'clock in the morning and get set up. Would be awesome.
6 o'clock game tomorrow night.
6:08 first pitch, I think.
Oh.
Yes. And here we go again.
You gonna rest up
9
today,
years
Steve-O?
later.
You were out late last night
covering
this Chiefs game.
I don't know.
Yes is the answer.
It's not up to me.
It is up to you.
It's not really up to me.
You are in charge.
No, I am not. No, you are so wrong.
Some things.
Oh, Bluma.
3 women will decide my fate. We might be going out somewhere else tonight, so we'll see. But hey Lou, I get it. I got my way through it. Yep. Cole Reagan's gutted his way through 4 innings.
Yeah,
we can make it happen.
It's October, man. You dig deep right about this time of year.
I'm fine with it.
You do dig deep, and that the crazy thing is, man, we could easily be up 2-0 coming home. But hey, 1-1.
Man,
we wanted to go get 1 out of 2 in New York. That was the goal.
Yeah.
Right out of the gate, we got 1 out of 2 in New York. We got Seth Luco on the mound tomorrow night. Here's the crazy thing too, and we had another off day. Our relievers reset.
Yeah.
Man, that's such in our advantage. And
I told you
like
guys
where
this
we're at.
when I was out there about a month ago when the Royals played there at the end of the regular season, and I got to go to a game, and the Royals lost in extra innings in the game, and it was just one game. But I told you then, like I walked out of that stadium, even though the Royals lost, going, if we see those guys in the postseason, I'm not scared of the Yankees. Like the Royals are, the Yankees are not a better team than the Kansas City Royals. Now anything can happen in a 5-game series or best 5-game series, but I don't like. And you watch these 2 games, you don't sit there and go, oh man, the plucky Royals, they're going to really have to pull off a big upset to win this series. They're not. They're good enough.
No, they've got 2 really great players, obviously, in Judge and Soto, but we have almost won both games. Pasquantino and Bobby are 0 for 19 with 9 strikeouts. Now think about that for a minute. To not get any production from either one of those guys. Bobby's going to do something great in this series. You know he's going to. Vinny's actually swung the bat pretty good. And overall, this is kind of how this team's gone all year is they find somebody to have a big – this so far, Hampson's the MVP of this deal. Plus our bullpen and the pitching has to continue to do what it does. But when you get big hits, huge hit from Tommy Pham, another huge hit from Hampson, I mean that's what you have these guys for. Those can contribute. And then our big guys have to have a big game and do something at some point, or we don't plan on winning this series if we don't get some production out of those guys. But I'm sure Yankees fans are just as frustrated that their guys haven't done anything. They're 2 big guys just as much as we are that are. Salvi hit a home run last night. That's really the only contribution for that middle of the order, those 3 guys. And we're back at it. Now it's the best of 3.
Michael Garcia goes 4 for 5 in the leadoff spot. I mean, the home run from Salvi was huge. And just after the way the antics from Carlos Rodon after he struck out the side in the first inning. To see Salvi shove a little bit back in his face. And Salvi, if you look at the numbers, he owns Carlos Rodon and taking him deep. And then Carlos Rodon ends up going 3 2/3 innings, giving up 7 hits, 4 runs. Wasn't jumping around, wasn't hopping around when they took him out of the game. Wasn't jumping around and hopping around after Salvi took him deep. I don't know why. Wasn't screaming and just kind of just disappeared into the dugout. Don't know why. Here's Salvador Perez after the Royals' 4-2 victory over the Yankees.
In that fourth inning there, to be able to get it started for you guys with the home run, you let out a little bit of emotion. You kind of admired it a little bit. How did that feel just to hit that and then spark the offense today?
Pretty good, Every time we do something to help my team to win, feel amazing, It's an exciting game. We're in postseason, and you just get excited a little bit too much.
You touched on this a little before the game. What is it about Rodon? Do you see the ball particularly well coming out of his hands?
I get jamming in the first, but I get, 50-50. That's what I said before the game. I think he tried to do his job, tried to do my job. So I think he left pitch up in the middle, and I hit it pretty good.
And at one point in the plate, it looked like you got hit in the hand. You were shaking off. What? Just the way
Me?
the ball hit?
Or him?
Yeah. No, you.
Soto hit me on the back swing. Yeah, it was my finger. I'm good. No worry about that. We good.
What did you see from Cole Reagans tonight? And did it look to you like his velocity was tailing off in the fourth inning?
In the fourth inning, he lost the command a little bit. It's like, there's no excuse. 3 minutes and 15 or 10 seconds between innings. Plus the God bless America in that inning, for it was kind of longer for him a little bit. So I think he got caught a little bit. But I think he got out that inning pretty good, and he still skip. I don't think he got much. And that one is key coming from the bullpen.
All right, Salvi, thanks so much.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, you know what, Salvi? Thanks so much. Thank you for that home run.
Hall of Famer. Guy
Thank you,
just,
guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
They needed that home run, man. That was big. That was a big moment.
Rodon, you dummy.
Yeah. Shaking his pelvis around,
I loved it. I loved it. Oh, man, that was such a... They said in the ninth inning with Ursig on the mound, that was such high drama.
Yeah.
I know now, he had it all the way. Well, gave up the home run, gave up the hit, and you're thinking, oh.
Well, I mean,
Just one swing. We've seen so many crazy things. I mean, all you got to do is understand that Emmanuel Clase had given up 5 earned runs this year and gave up 3 earned runs on one swing just a couple hours before we're watching Ursig. And so anything can happen, right?
Yep.
How crazy is that? 5 earned
I had
runs.
just watched it. Like, Clase came in and you look up and it's a .61 ERA.
Yeah, if there's a guy that's
that.
unhittable, if there's a guy there's no game over, he's in the game, or no, they're not going to score. It's him.
Dude, I swear you called that like a month ago. Like you said, just watch, this guy will be unhittable all season, and then you'll get to the postseason and he'll just blow it all up. I mean,
but also, look what happened to the Brewers.
But
they're up 2-0 ninth inning. Their closer, they're getting ready to celebrate. And guess
it's just
what?
different, man.
They didn't celebrate.
It's just different.
So my point is, you can't. As terrific as Ursig has been, he gives up the home run, and then he gives up the hit.
Well,
and there's a run. And so then you're. I don't know if you guys. I was like, oh no, because we're seeing great closers get hit very recently. I'm like, oh no, don't.
I mean, the home run he gave up was a no-doubter. But the thing about Yankee Stadium, too,
oh my
is
God, that porch and right, dude.
Guy just hits a routine fly ball to right field. It's a home run.
Every fly ball, you're like,
it's true, man. It's like in game one, there's a home run that's like that's not even to the warning track.
I held my
in Kauffman
breath.
Stadium.
I was like, okay, come on.
I want him to put up the stat when a ball gets hit right there that ball would have not been a home run in 27 out of the 30 ball. I want them to do that every time there's a home run to right at Yankee Stadium. Is that too much to ask?
Nothing.
Same here. I mean, Ursig, and dude, his stuff is so good.
But we've seen elite closers are getting hit.
Oh, he had a couple outings where he gave it up a little bit during the year, and he had obviously the comebacker that ended up breaking Vinny's thumb, and that wasn't a good outing for him, regardless of that play. It happens. And even, especially with Clase had a .61 ERA. That's Dennis Eckersley 1990 type
and
stuff
what
there.
happened to him in the
Exactly.
postseason?
That's what
To a guy that was
Postseason's a
hurt.
whole
the guy
different
that-
thing.
Yeah.
I mean, and so
I was like
true,
Ted
man.
Knight and Caddy saying, "Oh, Lucas, oh, Lucas," and after,
And I mean, the flip side of what you're saying too is like we all come into this going, okay, Bobby Wood Jr. is going to carry us. Bobby Wood Jr. is going to carry us. Who's the hero offensively? Michael Garcia and Hampson.
And what a move to put him at the top of the lineup too.
Hey, great stuff.
Right.
Great stuff in that regard. But it was our guy Buddy Biancalana as a hero
Take
in
another one.
1985.
So, two things. One, a lot of people probably thought Earthshag might want to go multiple innings, but then you heard the broadcast crew say, first time that Earthshag's pitched more than 20, 30 pitches and not had 2 days off because he threw an inning and a third the first game. And so, man, he's chomping at the bit. No, he wants to be in there. And his stuff, finally, after about the fifth inning, when the relievers were starting to get 0-1, obviously Boddicker and I talk about it all the time, Scott Carroll and I, McFarland, like, get ahead. That was what was so frustrating for me the first two games of this series was, man, we're pitching behind. It's almost like we're pitching a little bit scared. Don't give these guys that much credit, okay? And
don't nibble.
Don't nibble. We don't have to. We pitching-wise, stuff-wise, we have the advantage over these guys. So go out there and get ahead. Now, I think it's a whole different ball game. We're coming home now. We got one there. That's what we're looking for.
All right. Royals beat the Yankees 4-2. Same time last night, the Chiefs beat the Saints 26-13. 300-yard passer, 100-yard rusher, 130-yard receiver. By the way, the 100-yard rusher was on the street as a free agent. Nobody wanted him.
And now he's leading my fantasy football team.
130-yard receiver. How much did the Patriots pay just to have him go?
Oh, I mean, all of his contract.
$20 million.
Yeah.
And so he was let go by a terrible team, and all they did was go out and kick ass last night. And part of that also was Trey Smith, who was mauling people last night. I caught up with it was me and a few other reporters caught up with Trey Smith. Listen to his bellowing laugh at the end of this as we talk about sweets. Here's Trey Smith after the Chiefs beat the Saints 26-13.
What was the atmosphere like tonight between the excitement for your own game and even the vibe of the Royal stuff? Could you feel that?
I'm not a big baseball fan.
You didn't feel it in the crowd either?
I think there was a little bit of excitement. Anytime they showed it on the Jumbotron, the crowd was obviously going crazy.
Yeah.
There's a little explosion at the end of the game. Everyone's a little startled, but we're like, okay, the Royals must have won. So we were fired up about it, but I got to be honest, I'm not a big baseball guy. Never have been, but I want to support them as much as I can.
Well, obviously you were locked in on the task at
Yeah,
hand.
yeah.
What did that feel like to come out and get the touchdown the first drive and just kind of set a little tone?
Yeah, man, anytime you can start out the game offensively with that much success, and especially early on, you're going to build confidence and establish doubt in their minds. So it was something that we pride ourselves in, and obviously it's a great feeling to get 7 on the board or 6.
You guys had a 300-yard passer, 100-yard rusher, 100-yard receiver.
Hell yeah.
Hit on all cylinders. What was different this week? It seems like you guys had a well-balanced attack, and this was really maybe the best all-around offensive performance.
Yeah, I mean, I'll speak for myself. There's a lot of stuff I can fix and be better at, but I just think, we come out with that same mindset mentality that we're trying to be better. We're trying to be the best players and the best team that we can be. And, we hit some of those things this week and just trying to be consistent in that facets of our game and our offense and just keep improving.
What's it like blocking for Kareem Hunt, learning a new running back? Obviously, he's been very successful these past 2 weeks. What are maybe some of the things you've seen from him or some changes you've had to make and just kind of trying to get aligned with what he's trying to do?
Yeah, I mean, I've known about Kareem Hunt for a while, and obviously he's a savvy back. He's been in the league for a while, and he had been established in the system as well previously. And he's a guy that brings energy and juice and a lot of knowledge about our playbook and our offense. And, all of our running backs do an excellent job week in and week out. Michael P. Ryan, Samaje P. Ryan, Carson Steele, and obviously how Kareem's been playing recently. And, we have a great running back room, and they're just going to keep balling.
Trey, how much of a look did you get at Travis's lateral to P. Ryan, or were you, at a different angle?
I saw it. I was like, dang, that's classic Kelsey, you know what I mean, just to make a play when the team needs it, and it was dope, man.
And you've seen that stuff happen enough in practice. You can't say it altogether surprises you.
Yeah, it's not too shocking, but every time you see someone like that, it's also really cool.
What are your plans for the bye week?
Try not to get fat, eat real good, get some cardio in at some point, and gonna watch my Vols play. Bouncing back from Arkansas, we're gonna go against Florida this week. It's gonna be a good one, you know.
How hard is it not to get fat? Give me some tips. Man.
It's hard, man.
Yeah.
You know it's hard not to.
What's the biggest temptation?
Sweets. Yeah, man. So just try to watch the weight and then don't get out of shape. And, you know, we still have a long stretch of season, and it's part of being a pro, man. Just trying to maintain and get the body back healthy, but, you know, don't eat too bad too many days.
Trey, a little upset that it's so early this year compared to other years?
Nah. I mean, you would like it to be a little bit later, but, you know, we're going to work with the cards that we're dealt, and at the end of the day, we just have to be pros about it. And, you know, it could be week 2. Deal with it. You know, we just have to be ready, and when that stretch comes, we'll be ready, and we're just thankful for the time we have off, but we're obviously motivated, and mentally we're looking forward into the future.
We got a new laugh for the vault. We got a new laugh for the vault.
He didn't have to think about it. Sweets right away.
We're both laughing.
Sweets.
Right. That's a Brian Waters.
love him.
You know, sorry,
We're
buddy. You just got passed up on the laugh
Delicious sweets. Play when he says sweets.
Did he make eye contact with you at some
No, we didn't. We were just talking. We were laughing. We were already kind of giggling about the fact.
Yeah.
I go, give me some tips, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he certainly, you know, that's why some other reports are like, oh god, these guys are just, you know,
sweets.
You're more of a savory guy though, right? Isn't
of
that?
course.
Yeah, you're
Sure
a
I
savory.
am.
You're a savory guy over
you know, if
sweets.
it's the right kind of sweets.
Well,
you know,
yeah.
I had some delicious pecan pie over the weekend.
Oh.
So I mean, you know,
That's kind of sweet and savory.
Joe Carter pecan pie.
Yeah. Oh, not as good as Joe Carter.
Nothing touches Joe Carter pecan
That's
pie.
right. That's right. But didn't that laugh make you happy? It just,
Sweets.
You know,
That is a good, like, hearty laugh.
Oh,
you know?
right. I heard that. I was like, that's a keeper.
That's
Mark it.
exactly right.
That's a keeper.
Chase was my guy.
I got more tools in the toolbox.
Dude, that guy is
Sweets.
We'll take a break. Stop! I can't do this. Making me laugh. Back after this on WHB.
Yeah, man. So
Well, while Stephen and Trey are exchanging ideas for weight loss, I want to tell you about my friends at Aesthetic Care Med Spa and Wellness, because by now, just about everybody has heard about some new medications out there for weight loss, semaglutide and trizipatide. The success of these weight loss treatments is unlike anything the industry has ever seen. They are medications, so you need to make sure that if you're interested, that you do it safely. My friends at Aesthetic Care Med Spa and Wellness do it the right way. They look at a thorough blood panel to ensure that you're a candidate for the treatment. They also meet with you on a regular basis to make sure you have the most efficacious dose and to manage any potential side effects. They're always available to make sure that you get the service and attention that you deserve. Dr. Amy Carter and her staff of highly trained nurse practitioners are simply the best in Kansas City. They've got some great deals going on right now, so you can give them a call at 816-326-7294. That's 816-326-7294. Look, I've been going to see Dr. Carter for over a year now. She's helped me out a lot with some of the issues that I deal with because of aging. And I feel healthier, I feel better, and I feel like it's doctor supervised and I'm doing the right things the right way. Aesthetic Care Med Spa and Wellness, 816-326-7294, acwellnesskansascity.com.